refreshing it on my face. I'm like, why not? Yeah, I'm not.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning.
We're here. Welcome.
Time to what? Wake up. Up you wake.
I'm awake.
Peace and blessings. Y'all know where y'all at.
Yes,
The official
yes.
Man Cave Morning Show. BKS1 Radio.
You're here.
We are here, man. Sorry we missed y'all yesterday.
Yeah.
We're going to make up for it today.
We're gonna make up.
Lord have mercy. We're going to make up for it today. First and foremost, let me introduce my partner in crime. The man that always had the plan, and together we understand. We call him what?
Smooth P, y'all. I'm in the building.
Smooth P. You already know.
And my brother from another mother, fastest man with the hands on the ones and twos, tell you what to do. Chicka, ooh, ooh. We call him Storm Norm, DJ Storm Norm, the Gym.
Peace and blessings, man. I'm just happy to be here. Humbly appreciate you all.
Yes.
We're going to get this thing started, man. You know you at the Man Cave Morning Show. But first and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Shout out to everyone watching us live right now on Twitter, Periscope. Shout out to everyone watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. I see you, D-Mac, in YouTube. Shout out to everyone that listened to us live on what?
The TuneIn app.
The TuneIn app. If you don't have the TuneIn app by now, people, please download it. It is free.
Yeah, what you doing?
Yeah, it's free. You can put it on your iPhone, your Android, your iPad, whatever. Mm-hmm. It is free, and you can listen to all your favorite radio stations from around the world. And guess who's on there? BKS1 Radio, the Man Cave Morning Show, WBKS1.com. All right, is on that TuneIn app, so please download it. It's free.
Yes,
shout out to everybody
rolling in.
Rolling in, watching us live on the FB page. Shout out to everyone, man, no matter where you listening to us at. We appreciate you. Peace and blessings. This is the official Man Cave Morning Show. You know where you at. Oh, we're going to talk about some things today. But first, let me just give some love. Again, shout out to D-Mac. Shout out to Kenny Johnson. Good morning, Kenny. Tracy Napoleon, I see you. Good morning. Juanita Karen Horace Towns. What's up, fam? Good morning. Denise Sparrow on the check-in. Ryan Cuthbert on the check-in. Kirk on the check-in. Sarita on the check-in. Hey, Sarita. Beatrice on the check-in. And as y'all trickle in and everything, we're going to show you some love. We know it's early. Y'all probably don't expect us to be here. But we are here.
Yes.
But we are here.
And everybody that's on the check-in right now, share this out so your friends can see it too.
Yeah, click the share button. Just hit share. This information is going to reach somebody today. Trust and believe. We're going to talk about some things. Now, look, the topic is, as you see, what's the reason for you to snitch on someone? What is a good reason for you to snitch on someone? Oh, by the way, the phone lines are open. You can call in 646-233-1302. You know where you at, man. So, yeah, what's a good reason for you to snitch on someone? I'm curious to see what people say. If you could put a reason in there, what's a good reason for you to snitch on someone?
We might got to switch that up, though.
What?
Because snitching means that you were a party to.
Mm-hmm. You telling? No, I'm snitching. Nah. I'm telling.
Snitching is if you're in it with them. That's snitching. If I just
Maria makes the cake, she makes the cake and says, "Don't touch the cake, nobody." And you sneak in there and you take a slice of the cake, whatever like that. And she said, "Don't touch it." And she looking at me like I took the slice. P took that slice of cake. That's snitching. That's snitching. You snitched.
Okay. You say so.
It is. That is snitching. No doubt. Shout out to C. King Parker on the check-in.
Peace.
Sandy B on the check-in. No doubt. Folks hating. C. King Parker said folks hating. That's a reason for you to snitch on someone. I'm just hating.
Yeah. I just think it's if you know someone did something wrong, like immensely wrong, like murder, or they robbed the elderly person, something detrimental that's going to really, really affect someone. I think that's when you kind of have an obligation, to step forth. And sometimes people are like, well, what's your family? You know what? I hate to say it, but sometimes you got to do it. Some of our family are the worst people out here on the planet, and we know it. And to let somebody be out there wreaking havoc just because they're a family, knowing that they're causing destruction and death, and like I'll take it to like the gangs and stuff like that. There's lots of people who know that their family members are in gangs. They know their sons and daughters are in gangs. They know their sons and daughters are out there in the streets killing people, and because they're their son and their daughter, they don't stop it. And I get it to some degree. But you're just as guilty as them. Every time they commit a crime or a murder, you're just as guilty. You're an accomplice.
Scenario. So your neighbor comes to your cookouts. Y'all cool, whatever. He comes over, shoot pool, blah blah blah. You go over his crib, have a beer, blah 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 blah. Find out he's selling weed. He's just selling weed. He's selling weed, so every now and then people popping up at his doorstep, 2 in the morning, boom. You see the exchange of money and the product is weed, selling weed. You snitching?
No, the government sells weed.
So you ain't telling?
Nope.
All right. Okay. So
if it's wrong for him to do it, it's wrong for the government to do it.
So he's selling guns. You telling? It's your neighbor.
Selling guns, I might gotta tell.
You gonna rat him out?
Selling guns. I know what the guns are for. The guns ain't for him to just go out back and have shooting practice. It's gonna be some kind of ill-gotten,
Woo, what's up, man?
What's up, Woo?
Shout out to Woo. Shout out to Mel Davis on the check-in. DT on the check-in. Phyllis Woodbury on the check-in. Ingrid Judge on the check-in. Patricia Shell Givens on the check-in. We see you.
One of the biggest reasons I'm telling if you're selling guns, because I don't want that in my neighborhood. Because you know what, that brings a certain element also. So what's say for one? Maybe somebody want to rob you because they know that you're selling guns. They want your stash. So now you bring another gunman into my neighborhood. So when the shootout starts, right?
You just invited dude though to shoot pool with you.
Yeah, that was before I knew he was selling guns. I hope. I didn't invite him over my crib knowing that he was selling guns and drinking beers, because I ain't trying to be a party that come when the police come.
You snitching.
When the police come, when the gunmen come, they ain't ask, neither one of them asking no questions. They shooting first and then they'll figure out the rest of it later. Neither one of those entities ask any questions, so I ain't trying to get caught up in that.
All right, so I'm asking y'all that question. So again, today's topic is what's a good reason for you to snitch on someone? What's a good reason for you to tell on someone? Yeah. So I'm curious about that. You found out your neighbor was selling weed from out his house, whatever. Are you telling? Are you going to snitch? So that's one scenario. Two, you find out, right? You find out that your girlfriend's boyfriend that's also cool with your man is cheating on your girlfriend.
Cheating on my girlfriend?
No,
I'm
talking to a female.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to a female. That's the flip scenario for you.
Okay.
It's the flip. So you find out, ladies, your girlfriend's boyfriend that's also cool with your man is cheating on your girlfriend. Are you telling her? You going to tell her? I want to know. I want to know the truth. Know you at the Man Cave Morning Show. P?
I mean, I've actually had similar situation before, and I didn't necessarily tell. I just worded some things a certain way, like kind of, you might want to, be careful, blah 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 blah. See, that's a sticky situation, and I'll tell you why. Because when you start getting involved in now if it was something like domestic abuse or whatever, I would step in. But then, if it continues, I can only beat up somebody so many times. But if it continues, then you got to go ahead and take it to another level. But with something like that, a lot of times, and even in a domestic dispute sense, when you start delving into relationships and you start, butting in, a lot of times you can be thinking that you're helping, and all your intentions are great in the world to be helping, and it gets flipped around because people gonna do what they want to do in their heads. You know what I'm saying? Even because you might have went and told them, and they might already know in their head, but just didn't want to admit it, and then want to know, well, why are you trying to break it? Why are you all in my business? Blah 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 blah. So either way, man,
I'm gonna make it hard for you, P. I'm gonna make it hard for you.
Okay.
You find out my wife is doing me dirty.
Yeah, well, you already know that.
You tell me?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. It's different. Even though that's my sister, but that's different. And I would definitely speak to her first, like, yo, sis, you know that's wrong. That's my brother. That's why I probably would never find out, because they know that. If it was that, yeah, in a heartbeat, I wouldn't even hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate. One, because also I do know that you would not react in that way. You wouldn't be like, "Yo, Pete, what you trying to say? Why are you trying to get all of my business?" But that's my wife. I know you wouldn't react that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I know I would be able to have that conversation with you, because of the relationship that you and I have. And if I'm coming to you telling you something like that, I'm telling you that for your own good, and that is true. I'm not going to come feed you no BS that, oh, I kind of heard around. No, if I came to you with that, you would unequivocally know that I'm coming to you with proof and knowledge, and I know what I'm talking about. But you can't do that with everybody. Like I said, depends on the relationship. You can't do that with everybody, because you come to some people and but they don't want to accept it. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that they don't want to accept it. They don't want to hear that. And like I said, you do that, and then they get back together, and you're the bad guy now. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting out there looking like the bad guy. Because, you tried to ruin this, and you tried to ruin that, and it wasn't even like that. So,
all right. So Sandy says she telling. I think that was about the weed. If you found out your neighbor was selling weed, I'm not sure. Or the girlfriend question, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Phyllis Woodbury said, if he is cheating on my girl, I may confront him, but not tell her, because sometimes it can blow up in your face.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, Phyllis. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mal said, no good reason unless you can't handle the individual or situation yourself, or they snitch on you first. Okay. All right. Shout out to Barb. Barb, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
All right. So you find out that I'm selling cocaine out my house.
I ain't snitching on you, but we sitting down having a hell of a conversation, because I didn't know what's going on. I ain't snitching on you, but I'm shutting you down.
Okay.
Put you like that. I ain't snitching on you, but I'm shutting down the cartel.
That's the question, y'all. What's a good reason for you to snitch on someone? What's that breaking point for y'all where you be like, you know what, I'm telling. And you know, this all comes on the heel of the whole Cohen thing and everything. Because when I seen that, I was just like, wow. You know, just watching the whole thing and seeing people's response. I'm hearing people like, oh, well, he's a rat. Yeah, we knew he was a liar. We knew he was a rat. We knew that. He said he was a liar.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
We knew he was a rat.
Yeah.
Okay? But so is every other person that you bring in for federal indictment or whatever. Sammy the Bull and all these other people that got other people locked up for life came forward. Right? Some of the biggest gangsters in the world. So it's common practice. So I don't know, like why people are acting like, oh my, he told everything. He's a rat. He's this or whatever like that. Like, this is the first situation we ever seen like this. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the last. All right? So, but it's at what point do you believe the liar? At what point do you believe the admitted liar, the admitted rat?
Yeah.
At what point do you believe him?
There's a couple of good comments in too.
Let's read
Ingrid
them.
Judge said, mind your business and advise your spouse that you both need to put distance between that couple. If he disagrees, then I'm going to assume y'all cheating together.
Really?
Which is possible.
Oh, Sandy said, I was talking about the guns. I'm not telling my girlfriend if I don't think she will leave him.
Yeah, exactly. That's the truth. That's it is the truth. And a lot of times that's the way it works out. Michael Taylor said, lost a lot of good neighbors because of the non-snitching. Westerville Ave back in the day when drug dealers first started clocking, we could have saved the area, but because of the no snitching rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my whole point. So then, you know, what's a good reason for you, you know, to say, you know what, I'm snitching on someone. So my whole thing is like, for instance, I know a dude that I grew up with. I know he was knocking cats in the head and knocking people in the head and robbing people.
So do I. Yeah, well, never mind. Let me keep on.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just saying. Like, you know, I found that out because he was running his mouth.
Yeah.
And so they was trying to find out, you know, like, we want to know who's robbing these people at this corner, at this block, and knocking people in the head. And I'm like, yo, I was faced with that dilemma. Like, damn, do I rat him out? Mm-hmm. Do I go to 5-0? Whatever. But I'm going to tell you what I actually did. Sat him down. I had a talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and he just had a little girl. A little girl. And I said, what if somebody was knocking your little girl in the head on your mom's and taking their money? And harming them and beating them up and doing whatever like that. Like, would you be good with that?
Yeah.
And he caught a conscience and he thought about that. He was like, damn, man. He was like, yo, times is just rough. He was like, it ain't like I'm killing them or anything.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, but you knocking them out.
You could kill them.
And taking their money.
Yeah, and that could ultimately kill them.
So I had to talk. Now, from that point on, I didn't see him or hear about him doing anything like that from that point on. But he could have still been doing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm still faced with like this is my friend. Do I turn him over?
Yeah. I had a similar situation where,
you know what I'm saying?
Where somebody who was actually close to me was doing the same thing. He's out there robbing people, and he actually had shot somebody that I knew, another person that I knew. And when I found out about it, I was like, yo, man, like, what you out here doing? Like, you need to knock this shit off, dude. Like, I was like, this person you just shot, that's my man.
Mm-hmm.
Like that ain't cool. You need to like shut that down like immediately,
right?
You know, because he's out here just wilding, you know, and yeah, I mean, and that could go both ways. You out here acting like, I mean, not snitching, you know, could have not saved his life. You know what I'm saying? Because what if there was retaliation? They knew who, you know, if they found out who it was, or whatever. Then you got people coming back shooting at them. But that's why I say too, like, you got to kind of know where to put yourself in positions. You know what I'm saying with that? Like I said, I knew people on both sides of this. Mm-hmm. So one, I could have been looked at as crazy, like, oh, you with this, or you know what I'm saying? I just happened to know and be cool with both these people separately in separate circles. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, that absolutely is positively is not cool and can't ever go down again. You know, type situation. But I mean, I guess it's tough. It depends. It depends on the person and the relationship, I guess, that you have with them. If you would do that or not do it. I guess if it's someone that's not so close, you might be like, you know.
Yeah. All right. No. And shout out to Felicia Nelson. Hey, Felicia. We're talking about this could apply to anything. All right. And of course, it's on the heels of the Michael Cohen testimony and everything, because I see so many different views and opinions. And again, there are views and there's opinions, you know. Yes. And that's what people got to realize. You may feel this way about it. I feel this way about it. But I hear a lot of people, you know, like, dang, yo, he messed up. He's a rat. He's this, he's that, whatever. Well, you got to look at what he's faced with. Yeah. His family was threatened.
I was about to say, it delved into his family.
His family was threatened.
And that's, and I think any of us out here are different. If you're in a tough situation, I don't care who you are, how tough you are, you the toughest street person, you the biggest thug on the planet, you know what I'm saying? If you put in a situation that's like, listen, you know what? You know, you like, yeah, I don't care, kill me, I'm old dog GGG, double triple OGG dog, you know, yeah, you can kill me, I ain't saying nothing.
How many OGs?
You know, like
triple
quadruple OG. You know what I'm saying? You A through Z OG. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm tough. You ain't gonna do that. I don't care, man. I don't care. But they're like, oh, no, we ain't gonna do nothing to you. But I'm gonna take all your kids, and I'm gonna start with their fingers, and I'm gonna pull off each finger. What do you want me to tell you? It's just gonna happen.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Now you don't touch the person's family, because you know what? Because the family members, they have nothing to do with it. Even though they reap the benefits of what this man was doing out there, the family wasn't involved, and the family is innocent in this whole situation. So now you have the powers to be going after the family. Guess what? As a man, you're supposed to always protect your family. So he did what he had to do.
No doubt.
Sorry.
No doubt. All right, we're going to get into some current events, and the topic is, what's a good reason for you to snitch on someone? What's a good reason for you to snitch on someone? All right, you telling if you know your girlfriend's boyfriend cheating, you know what I'm saying? You know, your best friend's husband or your best friend's wife or whatever like that, you know they doing something wrong or whatever. Are you telling? Are you ratting out? We want to know. You can call in 646-233-1302. All right, let's go into some current events. And if you want to chime in on the topic, just put it in the chat. All right, so Bernie got asked a question about reparations, right? Mm-hmm. He got asked a question about reparations, and they say he skated around the question. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to play the clip. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Wait till you see some of the stuff we got to talk about today, because we really want to know how y'all feeling about a lot of the stuff that's going on. So we're going to cover some things and maybe reiterate a certain story we talked about last night, too, on the Stone Morning Show. All right, here's a clip with Bernie being asked about reparations. All right, so here it is.
Part of the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow in the U.S. is the legacy of income inequality in the U.S. What is your position on reparations to the descendants of slaves?
I think we have to do everything that we can to end institutional racism in this country. It is not acceptable to me that the rate of childhood poverty among the African American community is over 30% in this country.
So what is your position specifically on reparations?
What do they mean? I'm not sure that anyone's very clear. What I've just said is that I think we must do everything that we can to address the massive level of disparity that exists in this country.
I'll tell you what they mean, because Elizabeth Warren has said black families have had a much steeper hill to climb. We need systematic structural changes to address that. Julian Castro has said, I have long thought that this country would be better off if we did find a way to do that, reparations.
Well, I agree with what Elizabeth said.
Part of the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow in the U.S. is the legacy of income inequality in the U.S.
Dancing, 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 dun, this is a dance machine.
Boy, he didn't say he agreed with what she said,
baby. Though. Ooh, now, baby. Man, he danced all over that damn question. Come on, bro. Look, I like Bernie. What does she mean? Reparations. What do you think? Holocaust survivors, and Bernie's Jewish, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. Bernie's Jewish. Holocaust survivors was talking about reparations.
Mm-hmm.
Native American Indians. Ain't getting reparations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Casinos and land to build on, and this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think he knew what the question meant. Bernie's a smart, intelligent
Very
man.
intelligent, yes.
So I think he knew what the question meant. Basically, she's asking, are we going to get paid back for slavery?
But see, this is my thing.
It's that simple.
If I'm Bernie and I'm running for president,
okay,
I'm going to dance around that question too. Why? Because when I answer you truthfully, is that going to sway your vote against me now? Because he has to answer truthfully. Because the answer is no. You know, maybe in one day and time it might happen, but am I going to be able to come in as the president and make that happen? The answer is no. So is he going to shoot himself in the foot and disenfranchise himself from a whole race of people because they feel some type of way because he answered them truthfully? You know, instead of lying to them, yeah, I'm going to make sure that every black gets their 40 acres in a mule. This is what I'm going to do. That's my platform. So that makes him Trump now. Just coming in, running on false.
Say, I'll look into it to see what we can do, what we can pull from the budget, if that's even possible.
Exactly. Listen to what you're saying now.
But he kind of skated over it, bro. He did dance over it.
He's a politician. And as a politician, he knows if he answers that question truthfully, that is going to cut out a whole sector of voters that are going to be like, oh, Bernie Sanders is against black reparations, when that's not what he's saying. So I'm not mad at him for kind of skating around that, because I understand as an intellectual and as someone who knows politics, I understand that he cannot truthfully answer that question, because if he truthfully answers that question, people are going to be like, oh my God, Bernie Sanders, he doesn't really like black people. He's against black people. He doesn't want to give us reparations, and that's not the truth. It's just not.
All right.
So let's be realistic.
Okay. All right. So the next thing. So most of y'all saw the Cohen hearing. Most of y'all. Some people didn't know what was going on. Some people could care less or whatever like that. But okay. So.
No, I'm sorry. I was laughing at some of the comments.
So do y'all remember the young lady that they used, to say that the black prop, Donald Trump is not a racist. He's not a racist because he has this person that's working for him, and she's from Alabama and Birmingham.
Yeah,
and
just look at her,
and she understands the whole thing. And she's
really black.
She wouldn't be working for him and all of this. So here's the clip of what somebody had to say about that. I think this is the right clip. Here it goes.
What do you think of that? Do you want my angry black woman response, or do you want my MSNBC analyst response?
I want whatever response you have to give.
I have to start as a black woman. That was the most offensive thing I have ever seen in my life. And to take one person, parade her physically in front of cameras and say, she works for Trump, therefore he can't, even though we have a public record during the campaign of several incidents that have called into question his racial attitudes, but one woman who works for him who can be physically paraded out in front of the cameras, that was the most irresponsible moment I have seen on TV in a very long time.
That's it?
I can't curse. It's not HBO.
It's also amazing, right, to say that her simple presence
means
was a
that
rebuttal.
He's not a racist.
That, well, she's here and she worked for him, therefore everything he says can't be true.
What do you think of that?
Do you want my angry black woman response?
This is not HBO. I can't.
Yeah. She wanted to go in on that.
Man,
she tried to stay within the lines.
And she stayed very composed.
Yes.
Like that.
That kind of was sad right there. And I just wonder how the sister feel.
You can see
looking back at it.
I can see on her face that she said she had second thoughts about it while she was standing up there. If you look at her face, she was looking like,
I could see it on her face.
Why?
That she getting some Gucci bags after the hearing.
She probably is.
Some mysterious Gucci bags and a mysterious donation shall reach her pockets.
I believe it. and if you're all right selling out your race for a Gucci bag and a donation, then more power to you. I just say that you reap what you sow. When you need us, don't come looking for us.
Yeah, see, and that's my whole thing. Just like Omarosa. You know, sorry you played yourself. She played herself.
Now you want to try to be pro. Oh no, I was always down with you guys. I'm Howard to the people. Like
now you want sympathy. You want to write a book, whatever like that.
Off. Ain't nobody believe you.
She will always. That sister will always be remembered
exactly
as the turncoat. You know, when it comes to the African American race, because this testimony, this hearing was about a lot of things.
But this is
a lot of things, bro.
This is my biggest problem with that whole whatever you want to call it, the whole bunch of nonsense. So if you want to use her, you know, as the catalyst to say that Donald Trump is not a racist, let her get up there and speak and say something. You literally just told this black woman
just stand
there.
Just stand there.
You know, like you're on the auction block. You know, stand there exactly. Do your little hucklebuckle dance, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about you while you stand there. You're not gonna get to say a word. You know, so we're just gonna sit there and talk about you, and reference you to how Donald Trump can't be a racist because you work for him.
That's basically what we just witnessed.
Really?
No doubt.
So that mean he really loved Mexicans because mostly Mexicans work on all of his properties.
No doubt. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. She said, whatever happened to Omarosa? Is she still out here fake caping for folks? Soup said, this whole thing is just unbelievable. Corruption at its highest level. True indeed.
Man, literally at its highest level.
And then Ingrid says she's with the young lady on that response.
Yeah.
Felicia Nelson, that's the black woman that said Trump wasn't a racist. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. And then Ingrid said, the real question is, if we got 40 acres and a mule, what will we do with it?
Exactly.
On an individual basis and as a collective. Yeah, this is true.
Let's be real.
We probably would sell it and get a Benz.
Exactly. Trade the mule for horsepower.
Anyway, I hate to say it, but anyway. So going on, I got to show y'all this next clip. I'm quite sure y'all seen it. But I'm just so, listen, man. I'm going to break this down real quick before I even run this next clip. There is faith and there's religion.
Mm-hmm.
All right? There's
totally
faith
mm-hmm.
and there's religion. Don't get caught up in religion.
Exactly.
Get caught up into faith and what you believe in, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Get caught up in the faith. And a lot of times, religion is abused.
Mm-hmm.
It's abused to manipulate and to control people and everything. Faith is something totally different. All right. So
faith is what's inside of you. That's what people need to understand.
Yeah.
Faith is what's inside of you. Religion is what's preached and taught.
And I hate to see, and this is real talk, I got to be real with y'all, pastors or anybody with authority, you know, or some religious-based religion, whatever the fact, take advantage of people, all right? So me and Sandy was up late one night, whatever, and this commercial came on about the miracle water, right? The miracle water, and get your pack of miracle water and this and that.
For $1,000.
Whatever the case may be, or you know, just sign up. We'll get you your pack free or whatever. Or I don't know how they working it, but here's my thing, man. All right, real quick before I even show y'all this clip. Here's my whole thing about buying miracle water, because you see a commercial on BET 3:00 in the morning. All right, that's going to change your life if you drink or anoint yourself with this miracle water. You can pray over your own water and make your own holy water, people. I'm just saying, hear me out, right? All you got to do, if you believe, if you're a believer, you know, Christian, whatever, you know, crack open that book and pray over your own water, your own glass, whatever like that, and you drink it and, you know, get anointed. Or you can go to your pastor, blah, 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 and put it on your head or whatever the case may be. So when I seen this commercial, I was just like, come on, man, it's getting crazy. And even worse, when I seen this clip, I'm like, stop doing things in the name of God that are just wrong. So,
falsely.
I don't know how y'all want to take this next clip, but I want y'all honest. I don't want y'all to sugarcoat nothing. I want y'all honest opinion when you watch this clip. What does it say to you?
Man is commanding life. Rise up! Yes! Come on! Rise up! Yes! Come on! Hey! Rising! Hey! Rising up! Hey! Jesus! Jesus!
Claiming to have raised a man from the dead. We do know that investigations are currently underway. SABC has tried to contact the church. They have not got an official response. They were also denied entry and access onto.
Man is commanding life.
All right. I believe Cohen more than that. On every account.
Did anybody catch before he made the command to come back for life, right? When he touched dude, he scared the shit out of him. And his tongue moved. He moved his tongue. Like he jerked, like, oh man, I ain't supposed to move yet.
Y'all better stop playing with God, man.
Man, listen.
Y'all better cut it out.
You better definitely stop playing with God. And my thing, was he pop locking there too? Looked like he was, popping to the music. But also, if this was supposed to be a thing of God, right? You resurrected him. Why is he looking around like he a zombie? He eating like a zombie. Like what are they doing? And what are the people they're really believing in? I've never seen a bigger bamboozlement. Well, yeah, I have. I've been watching President Donald Dump for a few years. So, but whew, man,
what they gave him? Chicken?
Yeah, gave him some chicken. Looked like he had some yam, some mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a full black man's meal, a Sunday dinner, I guess.
Come on,
for the comeback.
Y'all better stop. Y'all better cut it out, bro. Straight up. That's all I'm saying. Better stop playing. Stop playing, because before y'all get checked for real. For real. Let's read some comments, man. Every time I watch that.
Yeah. Let me start. Come on. That was what we was preaching about before we went to it. Sandy said, that was so fake. Phyllis Woodbury said, it's a damn circus. Felicia said, he needs his ass whooped, which he does. Scrolling quick. Daryl D. Max said, damn, they went all out on the production. Exactly. Oh, so he was, come on, it's going too fast. Phyllis said, oh, so he was resurrected. Come the F1. I mean, look at how fake did that look, though. I just can't. Why are people buying into this? And then Miss Maddie, what's up, babe? Maria said, yes, he does, Felicia, whooped. And then Felicia also said to what we were saying, yeah, sure better stop messing with the Lord, man.
Sheesh, man, come on.
There's some things that you do not play with, and especially if you're claiming to be a man of the cloth, and you're pulling some crap like that. That's the same thing that gets me with these mega churches when they be on TV and you got the pastor and he's making all this whole crowd pass out, because I'm like, come on, like, knock it off. And any of you people there that believe in this ish, like, God help you all.
Now, do I believe in divine healing, all of that? Yes. Absolutely. 100%. I have to believe in it because I actually witnessed it. Now, that I can tell y'all. I actually witnessed it with my father. So, like, I do believe, of course, somebody can lay hands on you, if they're anointed and filled with the true spirit and all of that can heal you or whatever. But you also, the person that's being healed has to believe in themselves. When I seen it with my father, because my father used to walk with a cane for years, and he left this church and he ain't had that cane no more. and he was walking without the cane. So, and it was what was the pastor's name? Pastor David Paul.
Okay.
David Paul, and they went to a service at Madison Square Garden or whatever like that. And my father wasn't a very religious man, you know, whatever, he believed in God, but he wasn't with going to church every Sunday, whatever. And my mother's like, just come on, you gonna go with me? You gonna go? You gonna go? And he came back home without the cane, and we was all like,
wow.
And he was walking straight.
Did he ever use a cane after that again?
Nope.
Wow. Well, Michael Taylor said, well, I'll play the devil's advocate. When Jesus did this, raising the dead man, Lazarus, there were doubters and naysayers, so I'm not going to touch this with the 10-foot pole. And then Sandy B said, you would think they would rush him to the hospital if they brought him back. LOL, shaking my head. Yeah, true. Yeah, can I say, that looks a little suspicious, right? So they raised him from the dead, right? And they just so happened to have a nice, tasty meal waiting for him. Because I guess they figured he was dead, so he had to be hungry when he woke up, right? Because all dead people are hungry when they come back from
you just died. You must be famished.
Come on, man.
Just cut it out. Cut it out.
Knock it off. Being dead is hard work.
All right, I'm going to switch to this story. We tapped a little bit on it yesterday. Again, we really got to be careful and watch what's going on when it comes to our youth and our kids. On a lot of levels, there are people out here that's really trying to harm our kids physically, but not only physically, trying to damage them psychologically. And we have to be careful of what images we allow our children to take in.
Yeah, actually, definitely.
And this is real talk. So y'all heard about this Momo challenge going around. I got to talk about this again. And before I run the clip, the whole thing. So parents warn about completely demonic Momo challenge in YouTube videos, YouTube kid videos at that. And let me read a little bit of it. So in case I'm quite sure y'all heard about it, but we're going to talk about it today because it's something that's crazy, and this is going to be the start of something. Believe that when I tell you. Let me bring the words up further so we can read it. Okay, so a terrifying video circulated the web is encouraging children to kill themselves. All right, it's called the Momo Challenge. A creepy, bug-eyed woman offers children instructions on how to take their own lives. The horrifying video has been infiltrating popular children's sites like YouTube Kids. 12 mom Sarah Markham's son Tanner came across the video and started having nightmares. My son, when we would put him to bed, he would be scared and he would be like, "What about Momo?" Markham said. Read more. Markham and her husband brought their son to a therapist at Primary's Children's Hospital in part to help cope with his ADHD, and that when the therapist noticed Tanner's fear, Momo came up. All right. So, hold on. Momo came up. You read more, just switching over. When he noticed Tanner's fear, Momo came up, and the therapist was asking more about it. And he actually got my phone and said, "Okay, Google, show me Momo." Now, so I've been hearing about this a lot. I'm going to run the actual video clip as they describe what's going on so you can see and listen clearly what this thing is doing. So they could be watching something like, what's a kid's show? A kid's cartoon. You know, you got
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig or something like that. And then automatically it will just pop up. This Momo thing will pop up saying some crazy stuff. All right, here's the clip.
Momo's going to kill you. This terrifying face is circulating the web, interrupting kids' videos on YouTube.
It was just creepy how it had a V-shaped mouth.
Momo terrified Tanner.
Nightmares.
But the creature is not just scary. It's her message that has child psychologists concerned.
This very frightening looking figure is telling them you should kill yourself and this is how.
Look in her eyes.
There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing cute about that.
Momo's going to kill you. At night she'll come when you're in bed. In the morning you will be dead. Surprise. Look in her eyes.
Horrible.
I won't lie. You're going to die.
the Momo Challenge came to be, no one knows for sure.
Momo's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yo.
Crazy,
man. Crazy. Because they know they can. You know, the best way to attack the future is attack the children. Right? So, again, this is an agenda. I'm telling you, it's an agenda. Something's going on. And don't take this too lightly, because there's more of this that's about to transpire. So, you know, let's attack their innocence.
Well, this is what I want to say, too, to the parents of young children. Stop letting television, computers, and phones consume the majority of your children's day, just so that they're not bugging you. Like, we need to get back to being parents and monitoring what's actually happening. Like, I was watching one of my grandkids yesterday, my grandson, and he was watching something on YouTube. I was cooking dinner, and he was watching something on YouTube. I'm like, what are you watching? And they go, just such. And I'm watching, I'm listening to it, and I said, turn from that, and I don't want you to watch anymore. It's kid based, but you got to really pay attention to what they're bringing in, because it's geared towards the kids, but it's not necessarily for kids. They're talking about stuff like killing and different crazy stuff. I'm sitting there listening to this and watching this. I'm like, turn from that. And I don't want you watching that no more. Another video, like, it's a lot of nonsense. We got to really pay attention to what they're consuming. And as much as they're on YouTube, all of my grandkids, that's what they do. They're on YouTube a lot, because that's you got to pay attention to that. Forget the Momo, not forget the Momo, but it's not just Momo. It's just all of the stuff that they're watching. You got to pay attention.
And you gotta realize what the actual challenge is about.
Exactly.
Having kids slit their wrists, harm themselves,
turn on the stove with the gas, sleeping,
when people sleeping,
sticking forks in
sockets. So
like this crazy
stuff. That's the challenge. And like people, it's like,
and telling them that if you tell your parents that she's gonna come and kill you, so they're scared them. So you got to pay attention and stuff. Man.
Yeah. And the way somebody asked the question, has anyone actually seen Momo in the middle of a video? How are they getting this inserted into people's videos? You can hack. It's just like ads, right? So in other words, when you go on YouTube and before the song actually plays, you got to listen to an ad first, or you trying to watch a clip on YouTube and you got to listen to an ad first. They're inserting them just like ads. So hackers on the back end can insert these things into certain videos. But this time they're attacking YouTube kids. Videos and everything. So, I mean, you just got to be careful, got to be aware, got to explain to your kids early on that this is not real, that this is a bad thing, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to anything something like that says, whatever. You got to explain to them early on. And there's some kids that's getting caught up into this nonsense and they're trying to harm themselves over this little crazy thing. All right. So let's read some comments and let's go on.
All right. Let's go. Let me go back. That's before that. What was it? Miss Madden said yes, crazy.
Hey, Alicia.
Momo videos. Please said music. What just happened? Musically. What just happened? Musically, and I heard something about TikTok. So maybe it's going over TikTok also. Felicia also said, hell no. Ingrid says, has anyone actually? Oh, you did already in the video. Damn, I know that chick back when I was drinking. Michael Taylor said, I know chick back when I was drinking. Her name, wasn't Momo back then. Glad I stopped drinking. She's funny. And he also said, I think there's a movie coming out, and this is all publicity leading up to that movie.
They're going to shut it down?
I hope not.
Oh, no. They know better.
I hope not.
Yeah, they know better.
Felicia Nelson also said, my niece and nephew come to my house. They're reading books, and I salute you for that. We need to get back to that.
And while we're talking about kids, did y'all hear about the daycare center that's coming under fire because one of the daycare workers just flung the little girl and split her head. She split her head right in the middle, and it's crazy. It's crazy because the daycare center knew they had footage and didn't even mention the footage, so they kept the worker there.
Yeah, they tried to cover it behind.
Knowing what she did until somebody came forward with some video camera footage or something. All right, here's the clip. Y'all watch this. Pay attention very closely. How would you react as a parent if you saw somebody doing this to your child? Here's the clip.
A 3-year-old child's head split open at daycare. An ambulance took her to the hospital where she had 7 stitches. This daycare surveillance shows what happened. You can see the girl appears calm and contained, standing in the same area by a chair for 2 minutes before a teacher walks across the room towards her, grabs her arm, drags her, and throws her against a cabinet. The teacher then reportedly sent this note home to parents saying she fell.
In no world did this family have any idea that what was called a fall was actually an assault until they came to see that video.
It was 5 days later when the child's relative recorded this off the surveillance monitor with her cell phone. You can hear her shock when she sees it was not an accident as reported.
That was her! The daycare could have reviewed that footage at any time. They didn't, and they allowed the daycare worker who assaulted this little girl to continue to work at the facility for 5 additional days.
The director fired the teacher after seeing this video. First, a 3-year-old child's head split open at daycare.
I could imagine what some of y'all mamas is thinking right now. The daddies too.
Yeah, man.
If that was your child, Lord have mercy.
Man, Darryl said, I'm catching a murder charge.
Man.
And you can't.
Man, did y'all see that?
This is my question, though, to the facility that hired this young lady. Like, what kind of vetting goes on actually in these type of places? Because, I mean, you got to think, when you're dealing with children, especially small children, I would think that the person, like, would have to go through a severe psychiatric background check. And, you know, like, real questions of, you know, something that would give you a red flag about something like this. Like, because that's not something I'm sure that's not even the first time that this particular person has done something like that to someone's child. It just wasn't brought up. And so, trust me, if they go back and check more surveillance, I'm sure they'll see more brutality happening somewhere. So my thing is, somebody also knows that this person is crazy. There had to have been another teacher, because I'm sure she was not the only teacher there when this happened. So someone else physically knows that this happened. So it's like, to me, it's like a lot of things have been missed in this whole situation that could have prevented this, because and it should have came out before the parent coming forward to say, hey, I need to. This doesn't sound right. My baby told me. This is what my baby said. She didn't fall. You know, that's the first thing the parent's going to ask. Oh, baby, what happened?
Right.
You fell? No, I didn't fall. You didn't fall. Well, what happened? Miss so-and-so took me. And Miss so-and-so took you and did what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now the phone calls are coming. Yeah, my son said XYZ. I need to see some video. Y'all need to show me something. And then you see this as a parent.
Bro.
Are you kidding me?
That's crazy. Let's read some comments.
Definitely she would need stitches too. I can think that. Felicia said, is it an update to what the child mom did after seeing the video? And I think so. Yes. Sandy B said, we're just scrolling again. Sandy B said, I would have went to jail. Ingrid Judd also said, we live in a society that pays athletes more than scientists and teachers. The vetting process had to be very poor, and I agree. You know, I'm going to keep reading, but I'm glad you said that, Ingrid, because me and Norm were just having a discussion. We were talking about a baseball player yesterday who just signed a $330 million deal for over 13 years. So I agree with you, like, immensely. Like, it's crazy what we put our importance on, you know, in paying people, you know. So, but yeah, so I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. Also,
police officers, firemen, teachers should make 6 figures.
Yeah, easy. What's that?
Starting salary should be $100,000.
These stories make me sick to my stomach and effing angry, which they should. I'm going to jail if she's going to a grave. The poor baby, I'm suing. Definitely. Oh, I will own the place. I would sue the daycare. I would sue the worker. You know, I'm suing everybody that I could sue, because I'm shutting the place down. You know, that's just crazy. And the fact that they had the video and knew that they had video footage and didn't check that first. Like I said, the parent had to come in for you to check this footage. Like, come on. Like,
all right. Crazy. Let's read some comments, and then I gotta go on to this next thing, man. Alicia Mitchell, this is beyond horrific. The whole place should be shut down. I agree. I was talking to P about that. Charges brought civil and other charges and endangering the welfare of a minor. Assault. Now, on the flip side, as a parent, guess I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's happening first, probably. I'm sending my wife to go get the information. I'm going to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it's going to be, baby. And that probably won't work because I probably had to come out. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be going down here to beat the people up.
Supposed to be taking care of my child, and you purposely, intentionally harmed her for whatever reason. You slung her across the room, and she hit her head, and her head split right in the middle.
Slung her across the room.
Man.
Like a doll baby, like a toy. You know,
that's crazy. This next thing I want to talk about, I know P could relate because I wonder how P would kind of handle the situation. And the reason why I'm using P as an example, because he's been in restaurant management for years and had employees under him. I'm going to say this about employees at restaurants. If you don't want to do your job, then don't work there.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be
any job, though.
Courteous to people,
exactly.
Provide them with a service or whatever, then you just don't work there. Like, I hate when I roll up to a Burger King or whatever and be at the window and somebody comes at me all snappy and snotty and whatever, and you don't know what you want. Didn't you ask for such and such? Or just with an attitude? I don't know how many of y'all had to deal with people like that. You know, you go out to somewhere, it could be anywhere. You know, you sitting down at the restaurant, whatever, and they just act like they don't want to be there. So they all nasty and they helping you, but with a frown on their face or whatever the case may be. Whatever, if you don't want the job, why are you working there? So with that being said, I'm going to run this next clip of how this worker kind of was treating his customer. And P, be honest.
Of course.
And tell me how you would handle that as a manager. Here's the clip. And what do y'all think about this?
Can I please speak to the manager? Can I get a refund right now?
Baby, you about to get it.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, you better get your seat.
You're cursing. Are you serious?
You want to go to the other side?
This is your job.
Go ahead, get the fuck out of here.
Are you for real?
No, I'm fake.
I don't know what happened to you today.
You
handed me soft serve ice cream and then gave me some garbage, and I'm not gonna eat it.
Really? Okay, get out of here.
And you're rude.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You are so rude.
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Bitch,
you are so rude. Go. It's on those cameras, and it's gonna be. Do not touch me. I'm not taking a picture. I'm making sure that I'm gonna be safe whenever I walk out of here.
What you mean? Bitch, you want to go though? Go. Bye. I don't give a fuck. Hey,
this place is getting shut down. I will do whatever I can.
Get shut down, bro. You took my picture for real? Bitch,
get off of my foot.
You want to get slapped?
This is assault. I'm calling the cops.
Yes. Fuck all the bitch.
Can I please speak to the manager? Can I get a refund right now?
Baby, you about to get it.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, you better get your seat.
You're cursing. Are you serious?
You want to go to the other side?
This is your job.
Go ahead, get the fuck out of here.
Are you for real?
No.
Wow.
Boss, how you dealing with that?
One, I'm like, listen, go to the back. Cause this is what I will say about the video. She's totally wrong in her demeanor of everything. I would de-escalate like that. Get that person out of there first of all. I will say that, like, so from the starting point of the video, we don't know what transgressions happened before that. Not saying in any way, shape, or form was this young lady right, because she was wrong, period. And maybe something happened to escalate it to that point, but she should have never took it to that point. You like I said, she wants a refund, you get the manager. Like, take yourself out of that equation. But now, for one, I'm sure she's fired. I know she's fired. Take yourself out of that equation. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, on the other side, sometimes guests can be a bit much. And not to say that this guest was, because from seeing, she was calm. Like I said, I don't know what the interaction was before the confrontation, like why she wanted the refund and why now this young lady is cursing at her, which is never acceptable. You know, I don't know. Definitely she was way out of line. Regardless of the situation, she was out of line.
So let me ask you this, right? So because we just reviewed that and we saw it was Burger King.
Yes.
All right. So you know corporate's looking at that.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's terminated, and the manager might be terminated.
That's what I was about to ask you. Do you think the manager should be fired too? Because the manager kind of treated her like this, my homegirl. That's just acting up.
The manager should have de-escalated that immediately.
Yeah,
and taken the employee away from the guest and interacted and handled the situation with the guest.
Yeah,
the manager.
Can I please speak to the manager? Can I get a refund right now?
Baby, you about to get it.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, you better get your seat.
You're cursing. Are you serious?
You want to go to the other side?
This is your job.
Go ahead, get the fuck out of here.
Are you for real?
No, I'm fake.
I don't know what happened to you today.
You
You handed me soft serve ice cream and then gave me some garbage, and I'm not going to eat it.
Really? Okay, get out.
And
Go
you're
ahead.
rude.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You are so rude.
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Bitch,
You are so rude. Go. It's on those cameras, and it's going to be on. Do not touch me. I'm not taking a
Take my
picture. I'm making sure that I'm going to be safe whenever I walk out of here.
What you mean? Bitch, you want to go, though? Go, bye. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
This place is getting shut down. I will do whatever I
Get shut
can.
down, bro. You took my picture for real? Bitch,
Get off of my foot.
You want to get slapped?
This is assault. I'm calling the cops.
Yes. Fuck all the bitch.
Can I please speak to the manager? Can I get a refund?
Should the manager call the cops?
The manager is fired. I guarantee the manager is fired. She ain't had to call the cops. She should have de-escalated. But I can tell you from that video, both of them were terminated.
Crazy. Yeah. She said. Dee Dee Graham said, "What's up, Dee Dee?" Said the manager looked scared. Yeah. She looked scared. Michael Taylor, never would have happened at Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
Ingrid Dress said that was way too aggressive. Why come around the counter? That's how you get shot. True indeed.
Yeah.
Yep. True indeed. Phyllis Woodbury said, "Oh my God, again I'm going to jail." She was straight ignorant. Poor customer service. Yeah, very poor customer service. That's beyond poor. You can't even call that poor.
Yeah.
We need another word. Yeah, and see, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, listen, y'all don't want to work at a job. Y'all get these jobs. We know you're getting paid like $9 an hour or whatever the case may be. But evidently you took the job for a reason. If you don't want to work there, you can't give people good customer service or whatever, then don't work there. You know what I'm saying? It's not the customer's fault that you're unhappy.
Well, she just straight OD'd.
I hate bad service, man.
For whatever reason, she was like on a whole nother level. So I don't know.
I just hate bad service like that. That's crazy. Okay. So y'all heard about it was a Democratic actually lawmaker, right, who referred to this town as a nigger district. Caught at an elevator that wouldn't open on time. So I'm gonna run the clip. Yeah, she referred to the town as a nigger district. All right, so
what is with these people?
Yeah, I'm gonna run the clip, man. We got him today.
How do they not realize that there's always a camera and or a microphone somewhere close?
Okay, I'm gonna let the reporter tell the story.
Wow.
And we're gonna talk about this, man. Democratic lawmaker.
So
not just the Republicans.
They feel the same.
All right, here's the clip.
Questions that she did not want to answer, but when she got stuck at an elevator that would not open up, we asked her even more questions.
Some of your colleagues are calling for you to resign, but others are supporting you. Any comment on that? Is there anything that you'd like to say to the people who you represent in Harford County?
I have made a press statement.
And are you going to stay in your post?
I've made my statement.
Are you going to resign?
I've made my statement.
While at a cigar bar back in January, the second-term delegate is accused of using the N-word to describe Prince George's County, a predominantly African-American jurisdiction. When word got around in Annapolis circles and black lawmakers confronted the 51-year-old, Lasanti apologized to them face-to-face. In a page-long statement, the delegate said, "I am sickened that a word that is not in my vocabulary came out of my mouth. It does not represent my belief system." In that same letter, Lasanti said she will be undergoing sensitivity training. She's also praying for forgiveness. Questions that she did not want to answer, but when she got stuck at an elevator.
I love it when they get caught saying it. Oh, no. Oh, that was just a mistake. That was one time. I've never said that before in my life. That's not my vocabulary. Come on, man. Don't you love it when they get caught, how they start backpedaling? No, I've never. No, I got lots of black friends. Yeah, my neighbor is black, and the person who sits behind me is black.
But listen. Do we give her a pass? She said she's going to pray on it.
Man,
she's going to pray about it. And look, she's undergoing sensitivity training.
She's praying everybody forget.
She's
That's
trying
what she's
to
praying.
make amends.
Yeah, all right. She's trying to keep them ends. That's what she's trying to do. She ain't trying to keep amends.
She
make
done?
amends. She should
resign?
She should. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Anybody in a public position of government who openly says or does something that is deemed racist, and I mean inapplicably deemed racist, you saying that is deemed racist, should lose their position, because that tells you at that point they are not for the people. They're for certain people.
Absolutely.
So that right there should make your position officially null and void. You cannot no longer hold this seat, hold this position, because this position is supposed to be for all the people, not the people that you choose. So when you idiots take it upon yourself to still have these good old boy and good old girl conversations and thinking that everybody around you is for you, because believe it or not, there's a lot of people around you who you think are shucking and jiving with you who don't feel the way that you feel and are ready to expose you. So gladly keep having these conversations. I want you to. This way we know who you are and we know what you look like. And this way we could do something about it. It is time for a change. It's the good old boy system has been in works for way, way, way too long. It's time to shut down the good old boys. And I'm glad that we're getting more women in these positions. And I'm glad we're getting more women of color in these positions. And things just got to change. You keep on talking smack, you're going to get smacked. Period.
Yeah, no doubt. This is interesting. I'm going to lighten up a little bit. Before we... Sheesh. So, there's this little girl that is showing you how to get out of zip ties. Like if you ever got kidnapped, and you got somebody put zip ties around you, whatever, she's showing you how to get out of zip ties.
Okay.
And to me, I thought zip ties is worse than handcuffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like zip ties is no joke. But I was very impressed at this little girl. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Hopefully, we don't never have to do this. You know what I'm saying?
And hopefully it doesn't help out a criminal when they're locked up. You know, police, it's a lot of time when they're locking up people in mass, they use zip ties.
All right, but I'm going to show you. But this little girl, very smart little girl. Watch how she gets out. Pay close attention. The Man Cave Morning Show.
Oh, shoot.
I untied my shoes.
What do you have on your hands?
Zip ties in case you ever get kidnapped, and you're not going to use handcuffs because you can do stuff with that.
So you untied your shoelaces?
Uh-huh.
You pull one shoelace through the bottom of the zip tie?
Mm-hmm. And take your other shoelace and tie them together. Once you have it. Oops. And you're free. So I untied my shoes.
What do you have on your hands?
Zip ties in case you ever get kidnapped, and not gonna use handcuffs because you can do stuff with that.
So you untied your shoelaces?
Uh-huh. So I untied my shoes.
What do you have on your hands?
Zip ties in case you ever get kidnapped, and not gonna use handcuffs because you can do stuff with that.
So you untied your shoelaces?
Uh-huh.
You pull one shoelace through the bottom of the zip tie?
Mm-hmm. And take your other shoelace and tie them together. Once you have it. Oops. And you're free. So I untied my shoes.
What do you have on your hands?
Zip ties in case you ever get kidnapped.
I'm not going to ask the question of
what made her think of that.
What made her think of that? Hopefully she hasn't been accosted before and had to figure this out the hard way.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. But very smart. That's a good technique. Phyllis, I saw this before. Well, if you don't have on shoes,
yeah,
with
that's what you
shoelaces,
said. Yeah.
you are pretty much. Yeah, you are. Storing a memory bank for that wild weekend. English.
Wow.
Felicia said, real easy doing it from the front. God forbid it's tied from the back.
Yeah, might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. So make sure you tell your attacker to.
Could you please tie my hands
from the front?
I'm a little more comfortable.
Yeah, and these hard shoes, bottom shoes, I got. They hurt my feet. Could you get me some sneakers?
Laces, please? ASAP.
Wow.
It's good to know, though.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Not so good story. I heard about, I think you brought this story to my attention in Soups, or one of y'all.
Yeah, both,
about the mother and daughter.
Yeah.
Charged with murder after they strangled 5 family members over past couple of days. Mother and daughter now.
Yep.
Charged with murder after they strangled 5 family members over the past couple of days. What goes through your head again, man? This just crazy.
We showed last week. A matter of fact, I had the story the same day, but we didn't run it. So last week, how it was a mother and son duo who killed the witness to their robbery. Now you got a mother and daughter duo killing 5 family members.
What a hell of a way to bond. What a hell of a way to bond. Let's listen to the story. This first time I'm actually seeing the story, listening to the story. Here's the clip, man. It just gets crazy out here.
Officers performing a wellness check at the Robert Morris Apartments on West Bridge Street discovered the 5 bodies in a first-floor bedroom, and the bodies showed no signs of trauma. Bucks County District Attorney Matt Weintraub says Decree, aged 45, and her daughter, 19-year-old Dominique, were rushed to the hospital but were soon developed as suspects. Now, the victims include Shayna Decree's 25-year-old daughter, Naira Smith, Decree's 13-year-old son, Damon Decree Jr., Decree's 42-year-old sister, Jamila Campbell, and Campbell's twin 9-year-old daughters, Amani and Erica Allen.
This is a terrible tragedy. Just spoke with the family of all 5 of the deceased, and we were all heartbroken. I wish I had better news to report, but this is important, so we wanted to come out here.
Officers performing a wellness check at the Robert.
Just what, again, man, what goes through your head? You need to tell me both of them got mental health issues? The mother and the daughter? Like, for what reason are you going to take out 5 family members? And they did it over a course of a couple of days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People, that's what I was about to say. People are just crazy. But like, we're definitely in the last times. Like, people are doing, like, super demonic and evil things to one another. And it's, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. And that's coming from somebody who ain't scared of nothing. Just that anybody, people. Could you imagine that, going to a family member's house and just never leaving? Like you're dead, or you're in there being tortured, and you're like trying to figure like what is going, like what are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? We're family. Like really? But that's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you can't trust anybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so look, I want to get deeper into this topic because I actually saw and heard a lot of people beefing over the fact of snitching. Mm-hmm. You know, one person said, I don't care what it is, whatever, I'm not snitching. I'm just going to handle whatever situation myself, no matter what. I'm no snitch. I'm this, I'm that, whatever. I'm like, damn, it's that much of a code out there, right? That even if, you know, somebody snitching can help out something that may have happened to your family, something that may have happened to, you know, your friend or something like that, is like you're still not willing to tell to help justice be served. Like I can't really grasp that concept, and I get it. A lot of it's fear. Yeah. You know, like if I snitch, somebody coming after me, whatever like that. And again, I guess every situation is different. But certain things warrant snitching. And we ain't talking about just crimes, whatever. We talking about relationships, this, that, whatever, your kids, this, whatever. Like, what warrants snitching? All right, what's a reason for you to snitch on someone? Everybody put one reason. One reason.
I still say it's the wording. The wording is what makes people apprehensive to say, no, I ain't no snitch. To me, telling and snitching is two different things.
Well,
snitching is when if me and you rob a bank together, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go rob a bank. They pick you up. Yeah, Mr. Bradley, I know you were here. We have your DNA. Da da da. You know, you're going down. I know you had an accomplice with you. You know, we'll be a little more lean on you if you give them up. And you be like, nah, I ain't snitching. That's my man. We did this together. I got caught. Ain't no reason to bring him down. Now that's it. Now if you said, oh, his name is Pierre, he lived here. He dropped this car. His wife's name was this. He got kids. Now that's snitching because we did something together. You got caught and now you told. If I just happen to see something that's happening that is wrong and I tell, that's not snitching. That's telling. I'm telling what I saw. There's two totally different things. If we in something together and one gets caught and says something, snitching. If I see you out there in the street and you murder somebody and I go to the police, that's telling.
Okay.
It's different.
All right. So
I ain't out there shooting with you.
So we got two different definitions, right?
Okay.
So here's one definition by Merriam-Webster. All right. The Merriam-Webster dictionary based on snitching. Okay. Means one who tattletales. All right. Inform or to tattle. That's Merriam-Webster. Very basic. Now here's the urban dictionary. Mm-hmm. It says, in the criminal sense, a snitch will provide information to the police or feds in order to obtain lenient treatment for themselves and provide information over an extended period of time in return for money, or for police to overlook their own criminal activities.
Exactly.
Quite often, someone will become an informant following their arrest. All right. A snitch is not the innocent person who has a serial killer living next door, so he tells the police to get the trash out the community. A snitch is one who is slinging dope or doing some other wrongdoing and gets caught, but instead of taking their punishment like a man, they tell the authorities info on other criminals so they can't get off.
There you go. Free. Straight out of the Urban Dictionary.
That's the Urban Dictionary.
That's ours. So from the Urban Dictionary, it tells you that is not a snitch. A snitch is someone.
Urban.
Exactly.
But according to Merriam and Webster, it's an informant, a tattletale.
Did you hear? Listen to that. A flippity flappy. Like what? Knock it off.
Bro, that's the one. That's the dictionary we use, bro.
Knock it off. Come on,
in English class. We all had that Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Let's knock it
was
off.
This thick,
Let's knock it off, those Storm.
So we rocking with the Urban Dictionary. Okay.
We urban, right?
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right. Ingrid just said black people are the only ones living by this ridiculous code. Victor Johnson said, I just had this convo with my 20-year-old nephew. People use it too loosely. Okay, and then Felicia Nelson said, no matter how you word it, it's snitching. True indeed. I'm rocking with you, Felicia.
Okay.
Phyllis said, I agree, Smooth P. Let's see. Ingrid Judge said, we are giving criminals carte blanche to run amok. Our communities are being destroyed.
That's a
True
fact.
indeed. So I'm curious, how many of y'all actually watched the Cohen testimony, the Cohen hearing? How many of y'all out there actually watched it?
I seen a good piece of it. I was in and out, but I seen
because we
the
didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Like I said, that pretty much is what sparked the whole debate about that. And what do you think about that? Me personally, do I find fault to him doing this? I'll say no, and the reason why, well, a couple of reasons. One, he was running with trash, so he's taking out the trash right now. Is it right to some degree what he's doing? I'll say no. And is it right to some degree what he's doing? I'll say yes. The reason that I say yes is because of threats made upon his family because of his ties with Trump and what he knew and them trying to keep him silenced. I think is what made him spill more of the beans. And guess what? If me and you are doing something illegal and you come after my family, guess what? I'm going to do everything I can do to protect him also. And if that means to tell things that I've done with you, which he's doing, things that I've done illegal with you to get you off the streets with me, then I'm going to do that because I'm going to protect my family. So, I mean, a lot of people, like I said, call him a snitch, which he is. This is the biggest part. Donald Trump called him a snitch.
He called him a rat.
He called him a rat, and it's both a rat and a snitch. And that in itself, if you know anything about the mob culture lingo and the street lingo, if somebody's a rat usually is a snitch. And how could you be a rat or a snitch? Only if you have information of stuff that was done with you and that person or this person that you're speaking upon. You're not a rat if you have no information. You can't be a rat because you don't know nothing, right? So that right there implicates our so-called president, and he doesn't realize. He doesn't realize he implicated himself by making those kind of statements. You're saying he's a rat. So, well, how could he be a rat if you're saying that everything he's saying is false?
Well, here's one thing that stood out to me, right? So, like, of course, Trump took to Twitter and was like, Cohen, he's such a big liar. He's a liar. You can't believe anything he says. So Cohen also actually said during the hearing, this is what I was telling you, about the situation with his wife. So when the one congresswoman asked Mr. Cohen, do you have any knowledge of Donald Trump hitting his wife in an elevator? Because there's stuff circling around on BuzzFeed, different outlets, or whatever that there's video or something of Trump hitting Melania in an elevator. Domestic abuse and everything. And he said, look, that's totally inaccurate. That's false. There's no tape circling around of that, whatever. He was like, one thing about Mr. Trump, that's something he would never do. He would never behave like that in any type of way and this and this and that. So, with that being said, you can't have it both ways. If you either call him a liar, Trump, right? So if you call him a liar, then the truth is that you hit Melania. Because he said you wouldn't never do anything like that.
So was he lying about, was he telling the truth? Like,
so is he
you
lying?
got to be one or the other.
Or telling the
Can't be
truth.
both.
Is he lying or telling the truth? Now, if he's telling the truth about that, how many other things is he telling the truth about, bro? And this is what I'm saying, man. You can't have it both ways. All right? And then a few other times, he kind of came to your defense when questions was asked.
Yeah, lots of
times. All right?
Yeah.
So was he, anytime he came to your defense, was that a lie? Or is it going to be like, no, the things that he came to my defense on, that was the truth. You can't have it both ways. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
And
he was being a stand-up guy then.
Yeah, no doubt. Felicia said, he said no. See how I spell, I don't, from that Urban Dictionary. Funny. Ingrid Judge said, did he actually say anything that we haven't heard or didn't know already? Some of the things, I didn't know everything that I heard, but my whole thing is, what is this all going to do? You know, what is this hearing going to do?
Well, what it should do, like I said, open up more investigations and make some investigations a little easier, because he started naming names of people and actual knowledge of what they have and where you could find out all of this stuff, and you can get this here, and this one should have this, you know what I'm saying? So it should make it a lot easier for anyone who is trying to do an investigation of this guy, you know, make their jobs a lot easier, you know, and he's saying he still has paperwork too. So
no doubt, man. Wow. Another one for the books, man.
Yeah.
Another one for the books. Yeah. And shout out to everybody that's on the check. And don't forget, you know what's going down tonight. Tonight at TGI Fridays. All right, 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway is going down. Rocking on the ones and twos. Yes, I'm going to take you there with my dude, DJ Jess, going to be rocking out with me on the ones and twos. Apollo's own DJ Jess. All right, you already know what it is. It's powered by WBKS1.com and my man DJ Smooth P. It's the happy hour mix, man. It's Friday Night Live tonight at TGI Fridays. Come on down there, get your little half happy hour drinks and your half price on your appetizers and all of that. It's starting 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. That's 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So get there a little early so you get your seat, whatever, and come and have a good time. Get your dance on. Bring your girls, fellas night out, girls night out, couples night, whatever, and just have a good time tonight. TGI Fridays with your boy Storm Norm. I'm going in tonight, man. I'm going in. That's all I'm going to say. And the music, of course, is powered by WBKS1.com. And just come out and have some fun with us tonight, man.
Yes.
Yes. It's the happy hour mix. Get them drinks. Somebody buy me a drink tonight, too, if y'all come out. Hook me up. Buy me a drink. But come on out and have a good time with us, man. We definitely going in tonight. It's going to be a fun night. Trust me. Just want to thank everybody for rocking out with us.
Definitely. Another good show.
Yes. Another good show.
End of the week.
Yeah. And ladies, I got a meme for y'all. Every time a woman mistreats a man, God slides her edges back a little. Every time a woman mistreats a man, God slides her edges back a little. Some of y'all need to check your edges.
You know what, Two Storm? We
Some
didn't
of y'all
start the show
check how you treat your man.
how we usually started, so we need to end it that way.
What-
we didn't
what's
give the
that?
love.
Yes,
Or
we
get
did.
our love from the. We did?
Yeah, we
I
did.
love you, black man. I don't remember you playing.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant get the people.
No. We always get the people love, but
Okay. All right. You know.
we'll catch you next
Yeah,
week.
yeah. But you know I was doing that for Black History Month, right? But we gonna.
Oh, okay. Well, every month is Black History Month.
Yeah. I'm saying we got 28 days, man.
I got 365.
Look, respect what they gave us. They threw us.
Oh, yeah.
They threw us a bone. They threw us a bone,
A
bro.
skinny one at that.
No doubt. We appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely, y'all.
Y'all have a great weekend. Hopefully I see most of y'all tonight. I want to see all y'all tonight. Come out, man. We're going to party tonight at TGI Fridays in Piscataway, man. Come on out and have a good time with the team. Because you know what? This show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Always about you. Because you are the next best kept secret. You already know what it is, man. And you know what? We love y'all. And there's a damn thing y'all can do about it.
Peace. Be out here. Happy weekend, y'all. Be safe.